What's going on, Pisces? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the month of January 2024. So in this reading, Pisces, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the first month of 2024. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming, and we're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and so much more for you regarding January, Pisces. So before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading. And I really do appreciate you, Pisces, in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading does happen to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Pisces. So without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy and we'll see what's coming your way for January 2024, Pisces. My camera? That's fine. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and also the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Pisces. Okay. Interesting energy that you got going on here, Pisces, for sure. I do see a new relationship coming in for you, especially if you're a single Pisces out there. Definitely a romantic situation going on, but you want to make sure that your own trauma doesn't get in the way of this relationship coming in, but there's a lot more going on than just that. So before we get into the tarot, Pisces, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards, and these oracle cards contain the energy that you need more of, that Spirit wants you to embody for your own highest good in January 2024. And the first one you have here is scars. Okay, so the time has come here to look at your scars or to look at your deepest pain in a new light is what this is about, Pisces. Now, it's coming through if you look at the word scarcity, it's actually spelt scar city. So a lot of times when a lot of trauma or things happen to us in life, at the moment of trauma, we generally give it a meaning. For example, back in the day when people called me Autistic Austin in high school and middle school, Autistic Austin, I gave it a meaning that I'm unworthy, I'm unintelligent, I am, not valuable, I'm less than, is what I gave the meaning of back, that was my biggest scar, Autistic Austin. But what I had to do, one of the biggest things that changed my life, Pisces, is learning to look at my scar in a new light and to say maybe, I need to stop letting people get in my head about what my scar is, and maybe there's a higher order to good and bad, and maybe my deepest scar is actually my greatest gift. And there is a message here for you, Pisces, about January 2024. It's a gift and a curse. I feel like you're dealing with a situation where for some of you it's different. For some of you, you've already kind of transmuted a lot of your scars, and you've alchemized them, and you've turned them into a blessing here, but it may just be weighing on you at this time, like it's a gift and a curse. There is polarity in this universe, yin and yang, so something to do with scars. And I do want you to take on the philosophy that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This is what you need to do in January 2024, because there is this element, Pisces, coming through of a very spiritual nature about events and circumstances, and what you think about yourself is neutral. the meaning that you give to things in this life will determine the outcome, because the law of attraction is the supreme law in this universe. It's what governs this universe. There's no law above the law of attraction in this particular time-space reality. What this means is that if you have a bunch of scars, if you have a bunch of things that went wrong for you in life, are bad experience, autistic Austin, if you tell yourself, if you give it the meaning that it's bad, you'll get a corresponding result. If you give it the meaning, what doesn't kill me make me stronger, I'm going to find a way to turn salt into sugar and make the best out of the worst and transform it, then that's also what's going to happen. Also, the mindset, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This can be something that's scientifically disproven. I mean, someone could have a disability that really doesn't make them stronger, but if they mentally tell themselves they do, it will. So working with the placebo effect, working with the template level reality about your pain is really important. And remember, scars, the word scar can lead to scarcity, scar city. So make sure that your pain in life isn't causing you to shut down, but actually to be fired up. There's a purpose to your pain. What if, childhood trauma and all this isn't just about going back into it to sit with it and to heal it? There's something that you're meant to do with it. And the reason I say that as well is because the next energy you need is the fire chalice. The fire is a transformative energy. It's very dynamic, expressive, eccentric. It's wild. And what you need is a new beginning with the fire element in your life, Pisces. So the Ace of Wands is what this card is equivalent to in traditional tarot. And funny enough, you also have the Ace of Wands in your overall general energy. So this is a great time to start something new that you're passionate about. And definitely, please don't be afraid of relationships, especially if it goes fast and it makes you very happy and you're afraid of getting hurt, Pisces. There's definitely an element here of a very fast relationship coming in if you're a single Pisces, but you're going to want to take it slow. Okay, you're going to want to be like, oh, this is going too fast. I know I'm going to get hurt. I've always been hurt in relationships. Let's just take it slow. No, the energy you need more of is to willingly, enthusiastically enter into a new passionate situation. For many of you, this will have to do with love, but for many of you, it will also have to do with kind of readjusting your mindset to your biggest scars and using it to your advantage in this life instead of letting it hold you back. But for many of you, I'm telling you, it's very related to love and your self-worth and your security. Okay, so fire chalice is what you need more of. We'll see why in a moment. The next energy you need more of is actually loss. And it's not coming through as something, you need to lose something, Pisces. It's not coming through as that. It's more coming through as there's something that you need to preserve. There's something that you need to realize is being in danger of being lost. And for some of you, Pisces, this can look like bigger events like, the oceans. The oceans are very endangered, being polluted and ruining the whole planet. So this can be something as big as the oceans or something as small of a certain gift that you have, something that you're going to lose, potentially with your physical body, because the element of fire does have to do with the physical body. So with this loss card here, it's all about protect and preserve. Focus on what could be lost. Maybe the Earth's environment. Maybe it's something here that has to do with your scars holding you back in life. Maybe you have a gift and your scar is letting you hold it back, for me, I always was a different kind of communicator. I did transform my ability to communicate, which has been hard. But, if I just kind of listen to people, autistic, I'm never going to communicate in this life. That would be me losing the gift of autistic communication. So I feel like there's something here you're on the verge of losing. And for some of you, it's your passion. It's something to do with passion. So we're going to have to see. I don't know. But Pisces, when it comes to your opportunity this month for January 2024, it is the Four of Pentacles. And this is a little bit of a cautionary tale to just be a little bit careful with your money. I feel like there's a deeper reason because I feel like there's something going on for you in early 2024, maybe not in January, that you don't see it yet, but you need to save your money. You need to save funds for something. And, it's funny. It's like, what do you need to focus on? It's like loss. So maybe being a little bit more careful with your money is something you need to do, especially when it comes to building up for a relationship. There just may need to be money that you put aside. You don't see why yet. But this is definitely being a little bit frugal, being a little bit not so loose with your money, or even, something to do with your security in the physical world, focusing on your home at this time. The number 4 has to do with home. And it's interesting because your challenge is the 4 of Wands. And so you have this 4-4 energy. What is 4 plus 4? 4 plus 4 equals 8. That's your opportunity and your challenge. 8 is the number of money and abundance. So I feel like there's an opportunity and a challenge you're dealing with your security that could potentially lead to more money. But if it's not to do with money, it could have to do with your home situation. The 4 of Wands, has to do with a rite of passage or soul family. It is the card of celebration, soul family, a rite of passage. And you see the 1111 frequency. You see 1111, 4 wands in a row. So in your challenge, I feel like you're meant to go through a challenging experience that's actually in alignment for you, potentially having to do with your scars. And for some of you, I talked about the thing about financial security. That is part of it. But for others of you, and we're going to have to clarify to really make sense of it, but I do get this feeling for some of you Pisces, is your opportunity is to look at how your scars have caused you to close down. How have your scars caused you to not engage, right? Because the fire is all about engagement, zest for life, trying something new, not trying to control everything. So for others, I do feel like there's a message for all of you to be careful with your money, but there's this other message of make sure your scars, imagine me just being autistic Austin, okay. No, I let it fire. Autistic Austin, well maybe, because there was a long time where I had mentors that I went to things and they were trying to scream it out at me like, you're not autistic. And I was like, ah. And that was just a way. So you could be dealing with a confusing situation with your scars. How am I going to integrate this? What is the proper way to do it? Because it is a dangerous game you're playing, potentially. But for others, you make sure your scars don't put you into scar city equals scarcity. And then if you look at the word abundance, if you look at the word, what is the opposite of scarcity? Scar-city, abundance. And we look at the etymology of the word. It's actually not the etymology. It's me just doing wordplay, but I think it still means something because once again, there is no meaning unless the meaning that you give to it, everything's neutral. And this is an actual example of me bending reality. And we look at the word abundance. What's the opposite of scarcity? Abundance. And we look at the word abundance, bun dance. So some of you need to raise the roof and shake your booty, a bun dance. Abundance. You gotta dance with life. Don't let your scars shut you down. You gotta dance with the fire. Ooh, the scar's burning me. Ooh. Just start moving. Don't be like, oh, I'm just gonna burn myself because I'm Pisces and I'm a sadomasochist and I enjoy pain. I'm sorry. But yeah. So let's go to your overall general energy. It looks pretty damn good, folks. I feel like there's going to be a pretty rejuvenating experience here. It's funny that the Ace of Wands popped out here. So there's definitely a new beginning. It's going to fire you up. I feel like there's going to be a zest for life, a new beginning with the element of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands is also the card of male virility, and it does resemble a penis. So with this being here, there could be a new relationship, with someone that's very good in sex life for you. And once again, make sure your scars don't shut you down. But for some of you, it could be tricky. I mean, some of you, your scars could make you be, too sexually active. And maybe the Queen of Swords is coming in to say, hey, Pisces, what are you doing? But for the vast majority of you, I feel like it's the opposite way. And I feel like there's a very good relationship coming in that's going to be very exciting. But I do feel like it's going to go so fast and you're going to be afraid of heartbreak that it may be something that you decide to opt out of before you even give it a shot. And we're going to have to clarify before I make a general claim about what you should do. But I don't know, Pisces. I mean, in what you don't see coming, you have the 3 of Swords, the Chariot, and also the Sun. So there could be something that's going very fast that causes you pain. There also could be a quick ending for some of you, but I don't really get that. I feel like for some of you, there's something moving very fast that maybe makes you feel a little bit vulnerable. Because there's definitely something happening fast that's shining the light on your wounds, right? And what do you need more of in this reading? Scarcity, focusing on your scars, right? So in what you don't see coming, there could be a relationship that is developing that is very clearly going to shine a light on your biggest wound or your heartbreak. But remember, Heartbreak doesn't have to be a bad thing. There is a higher order to good and bad. There's a higher order to pain. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So your wound is definitely being revealed to you, whether this is just in your own head and you're realizing, these are the changes I need to make in 2024. But for many of you, this is going to be taking place in an active relationship. And some of you are very afraid of being stuck, but I feel like here's the advice. The advice is, and we're going to have to, hold on. The advice is the 8 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and also the Empress. And like just intuitively here, Pisces, I feel like there's something here about you're going to, I don't know why I get it as this, but there's something here about like you're going to want to slow it down. You're going to feel like the speed of the relationship, something that's developing, an opportunity to act on your passion, an opportunity to heal your scar. Doesn't have to be a relationship, could be a career opportunity. Something's going on that's firing you up and exposing your wounds though in January 2024, and you may just want to shut down. And I feel like with this advice here, I feel like be very careful of going too slow. I don't know, that's why I feel. And this is very counterintuitive, so we're going to have to wait. This is one of those readings where we're really going to get more information when we clarify. You also have the Empress here, which is about abundance. It's about abundance, you're very, there could be something here about the danger of pregnancy as well, or Spirit's advising you something about pregnancy. I would say, maybe the one thing here is to be careful about around children. If that's something that you want or there's a potential, that's just sub-message, not for all of you, be careful about it. But for many of you, look at as well how your scars are holding you back in career potentially. I feel like what Spirit is saying here is to look at how you're holding yourself back from making a whole lot of money. Because the Knight of Pentacles has to do with slow-moving, disciplined energy in the Earth realm. And the Knight of Pentacles is friends with the Empress. The Knight of Pentacles will come up to the Empress, and the Empress will be like, my ace of my spade. Hello, dear. Thank you for coming to the kingdom. Now let's send you out with work. And the Knight of Pentacles can be like, yes, ma'am. So I don't know. There could be something here that you feel restricted in a power struggle, potentially with someone who is further ahead of someone else, and that kind of feels restricted. These are all sub-messages because I could sit here and get different stories for all the Pisces, but this is a general reading, so let's focus on what's going on for most of you. I definitely feel like you want to make sure that you don't miss an opportunity here to make money or to be in a new relationship that's grounded as a result of this. I feel like whatever you feel trapped in, you're not as trapped as you think. That's what Spirit is saying. And also the pain. I mean, you may just be looking at your pain in a very negative light. The story, people giving you sympathy. Oh, I'm so sorry. And let me just tell you this. There's 2 types of people that I meet in public when I tell them the autistic mystic. And I know exactly who I'm dealing with when I tell them this. Let's say I'm at a convenience store, and this has happened like only one time, but someone asked me like, what do you do for a living? Like somehow it came up and I was like, oh, I'm the autistic mystic for a living. And like this woman who was working behind the counter, her response, I was like, I'm the autistic mystic. And her response was, aw. And I'm gonna lie, it brought me back to high school. It just brought me back, and I got a little bit triggered, but I was like, what does that say about you? And I understand, I'm not here to judge. Maybe she has negative beliefs about, she's got things like major problems. I do have major problems, but it's a gift instead of a curse. So her response was, I'm the autistic mystic for a living. Aw. That's either you trying to show sympathy or you trying to assert dominance in some sort of weird power. The other way, I'm like, I'm the autistic mystic for a living. People are like, whoa, that's different. That's cool. They know what's up, but so you may run into people who just, they ascribe certain meanings to your scars that you're just like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to go in. Okay, 1908. Hold on, I'm gonna write that down. I gotta edit out that curse word, 1908, or else the algorithm won't push it out. So let's keep going. Let's go ahead and start clarifying this reading for you, Pisces. Let's clarify that Ace of Wands, because it is in you got double Ace of Wands, What could that mean? Ace of Wands, why is that here? And your overall general energy. 3 Ace of Wands? I literally just said, what, double Ace of Wands. What could that mean? I mean, the Ace of Wands is literally clarified by the Ace of Wands, folks. I feel like you're going to be charged with a double shot of espresso without any milk, type of energy here. This is just, I feel like something is going to absolutely fire you up. And for many of you, it's going to be a new relationship. It is. So with that being said, let's clarify that Knight of Cups to get more information. There could be someone that you're extremely attracted to here. There could be two people who are just, vroom, vroom. I've had I've been in a situation recently where there's someone whatever, and it's like Mars square Mars. Like we both are trying to like hunt each other, and that would be the frequency of the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. You could be in a situation in love where you're both just equally as into you, worthy opponents in a good way. A little tension in love is not bad. So I don't know what that means, but let's see why the Knight of Cups is here. I mean, what is going on? The Knight of Cups is also clarified by the Knight of Cups. But it's also clarified by the 5 of Wands and the 9 of Cups. So I do feel like this is you, once again, not being afraid of the element of fire and water. You have fiery, watery combination here. Embracing competition, embracing working on yourself, and really using synchronicity to your advantage. I do feel like there's a very synchronistic relationship coming into you that may just completely shut out the competition. I mean, this is an energy of two people are in public and they lock eyes, and it's just like everything else boom, fades out. But then what's going to happen is like, I'm scarred. Or, maybe you have a literal scar. And here's the thing. You got to accept whatever your scar is. The best thing I ever did was embrace the autistic mystic. Don't go to seminars where they try to beat the autism out of me. No, embrace your scar. Let's put it this way. If you are under 5'6" and you're a man, you better just talk about that like it's the best thing ever, or you're going to get rejected. You better talk about it like it's the best thing. Oh, I'm a 5'6" man? Yeah, it must suck to be 6 foot. And then you just suck someone into your frame and they're like, wow, they accept themselves? That's attractive. Whatever your scar is, you got to accept it. Just work with it, play with it. Don't let it hold you back. Because sometimes you don't know why people are attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? You could have like a defect that someone loves. You could be a fat Pisces woman sitting there like, no one wants me because I'm a little overweight. I don't like skinny girls. Here. What's wrong with you? Or you're too skinny. Just let it go. Just let it go. As I said it, just let go of the past. Let it go. Let it go. Let's keep going. Fool, King of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Alright. Let's clarify this 4 of Pentacles in your overall general energy. Why am I talking like that? Why is the 4 of Pentacles in your opportunity? Why is the 4 of Pentacles in your opportunity? Don't mess it up as well with what you say. There's something here, like, at the one time I'm saying embrace your scars. You better accept what makes you different. You better accept it. But at the same time, you could be, like, self-depreciating here. And, like, someone could, like, sense. I just get this intuition in love. Like, you shoot yourself in the foot. It's like that type of thing. It's like, I actually recently had an experience in, like, the last couple of months where there was a love situation I was involved in, and like the person was just so shook. They were just like, you're like so attractive and I couldn't possibly be worthy of you. And I was just like, no, you don't understand. Like, you're amazing. And like literally they just like left. They're like, no, this is embarrassing. And I was like, so don't do that. Don't invalidate yourself prematurely, please. Don't The 4 of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands. I feel like there's something here that's a new beginning that feels like a burden to you. Okay, like there's a new beginning that may, on the one hand, you're going to have to go with this, but just hunker down and go with it. You have the 10 of Wands as well. And what did I say to you before? There's something about you need to save a little bit of coin for some sort of very passionate love situation coming in. It may come in January for a lot of you, I sense that, but even so, like, being smart with your money because you're going to have so much passion for someone. Once again, Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands bumping into each other. And you have the 10 of Wands here. So I feel like there's something with so much passion here that you're going to be so excited. Okay, because double aces are very exciting. And, you know, the way to look at the 10 of Wands in this particular area is too much passion. You know, usually the 10 of Wands can be a burden, but in this case, it's almost like too much passion that you have for someone. So yeah, in a certain sense, I'm not here to just be like, so hi, nice to meet you. My wound, you know, the autistic mystic, he told me to tell you my wound. So here's my wound. No. Bite your tongue a little bit. Always say less than necessary at first. So you see there's these contradictory messages, but that's how it works in this universe. Do you understand how difficult it is to be a spiritual teacher in a universe where certain dimensions contradict each other? Fifth dimension, we're all one. You know, someone comes into my office and shoots me in the face, you know, are my relatives going to feel like they're one? They're so one with the person who shot me? Hell no! So it's the same thing with you. I'm done. I hope just don't get in your own way. Find the balance between accepting yourself and not invalidating yourself. I feel like you're gonna just control the passion, but don't miss the opportunity with passion, but go with the passion and then don't just blow it. Don't. It's called the art of not blowing it. It's not about. You're gonna have a great January. With that being said, Pisces, I'll talk to you.